My name is Nconyiwe Zulu, and I joined SANRAL in March 2024 in a role of a material support specialist. So I work mainly on projects that are located in the Western Cape and the Northern Cape provinces. So SANRAL has built a strong reputation for delivering high-quality transport infrastructure throughout South Africa. Our roads do face demanding conditions associated with high temperatures, increasing traffic loads, as well as the ongoing effects of climate change. So in order for us to make sure that our materials are durable enough to withstand such stresses, we conduct comprehensive laboratory tests which help us to determine how the material will behave under such conditions. So these tests also guide us in terms of selecting or adjusting materials in order to make sure that the pavement remains stable, safe and reliable over its full service life. So then that involves working closely with site laboratories to make sure that our quality management systems are followed throughout all project phases, from design to construction and right through to post-construction maintenance.
What we would do when we design the road is we would see how much traffic the road carries. And according to the amount of trucks and heavy and other vehicles that the road carries, we would then go and design road layers, starting from weaker material at the bottom to very strong material at the top. We would then go and source these kinds of materials. Some of the materials have been there for millions of years, and some of them are carted in with trucks from far or not so far away to get a very good, strong material. Our job here in the laboratory would then be to ensure that those materials meet these specified limits that we require in the strength of these materials when we design the different road layers. Because the road layer is brought up from nearly a meter down in the ground up to the road surface, and that's probably why it takes so long to construct a project of this size. We would leave the weaker materials in the ground and just reprocess them, compact them. Then we would bring in stronger materials on top of that, and even stronger. And sometimes we would even add cement to make the layers towards the top of the road much stronger. To finish it all, we would just put everything under asphalt. That's the black stuff that you see normally called tar.
Long-term performance of any road is highly dependent on the behavior and quality of the materials used. So using high-quality construction materials help the pavement to resist factors associated with moisture ingress, deformation, cracking, as well as fatigue. So that is why SANRAL places strong emphasis on material testing, because even the best design will not perform as intended if the materials used are not suitable or if they are not properly controlled. Basically, as the material support specialist, we conduct site laboratory audits. That is where we assess the condition of the lab, the tests on how they do them, if the equipment is calibrated, the frequency of calibration. We also check correlation testing to make sure that our quality management systems are in order. So basically, that is what we actually look for in a lab.
We would gather samples either in the field or in the quarry prior to bringing the samples to site. And then we would also test the materials as they lie in the layer of the road, mostly prior to processing, and some of them, like the density tests, after processing. We would test the grading or the sieve analysis, which means we want to see, if you imagine a room full of soccer balls and then tennis balls and then marbles, we want to see how the different sizes in the gravel fits together, and if we can build a puzzle with that doesn't move around too much under pressure. So for that, we use a sieve analysis, and we basically determine the percentages of these soil particles and how much percent of the large particles and how much percent of the smaller particles, maybe some sand, maybe some clays, and maybe some larger pieces of stone, are inside this material. And whether or not we can use it for that, because that's one of the parameters that we need to meet when we design the road. Our entire site quality control process is handled here on site, The clients come here, let's say about every 2 weeks. We have technical meetings every month and site meetings every month. And they would be rotated fortnightly. We would report huge problems to the client, but the client isn't really that involved in our quality control process. That is handled by the engineers who we are. We basically would adjudicate each set of results according to each and every parameter and make sure that everything is according to the specified limits. We would then either approve or reject each submission that the contractor gives to us for each little piece of road that they built. All of these results then get compiled into a final book that we hand to the client at the end of the project, which we call the as-built report. The client is then free to peruse all of the results and everything in there. What also helps is if there are any future failures, then everyone can go and look and see exactly, there might have been something different in that exact portion of road that might have caused the failure. This also helps in investigating future failures and to improve the engineering of all our roads.
Achieving the right balance between quality and the local availability of material is an ongoing process, and it's an ongoing priority. So SANRAL's approach is to assess the local materials first, and if they meet the required standards or if they can be improved through processes like mixing or stabilization, then we make use of them. So that strategy ensures that quality is never compromised while supporting local suppliers or while reducing transport costs and promoting sustainability.